I'm using a Les Paul Special P90s. Alright, we'll start off with the Flashback 4. My foot's going to come in there to get you a little idea of how to do a loop. Alright, so there's your loop going, right? So it's dry, so I can add a little bit of delay. Alright, and there's your Flashback Looper option. Now I'll go down to the delay option and just give you a little bit of tape delay. I won't go through too many, well, I'll go through all the settings just so you can hear it. That's your tape. No problem with if you need to do Johnny Cash songs. Now here's the tube. How the tube kind of degrades. Now here's space. This is the really only setting I used a lot when I would be playing. Here's your analog. Analog with mod. Here it kind of modulates your tone. Here's a reverse. And by changing your delay time, feedback, and level, you get all kinds of it. Alright, then there's that. Dynamic delay. So what dynamic delay does is when you hit your notes, and it won't start the delay until that note is stopped. So if I play an A chord, right? See, no delay, and then there it comes when I stop it. That's all dynamic delay is. 2220 is, I believe, a old rack processor. Now the 2290 Yeah, not 2220, 2290. So you get a little flange. And then you got a slap back. Lo-fi delay. Now ping pong's really cool if you have stereo. If you're running the pedal in stereo, it'll bounce back and forth through your speakers, which even most of the delay parameters will do that in stereo. Alright, so there's the flashback. Let's take a listen to the dd7. Alright, we'll start out in the reverse mode here. Alright, let's go to analog, which I do like the analog effect. Check this out. Alright, so you can get all those crazy little things that's fun to do with delay when you're rocking out. And here is modulate. That was analog, I had it on before. Gives you a little bit of the Memory Man type sound. Just a little bit of shakiness on there. Almost like a vibrato pedal. Alright, and then the hold function. Let's see if I can get this right. There you go, there's your loop. Turn your level up to make your loop louder. Level knob there. Alright, then there's the example of that. And then you've got your 50 milliseconds. Gives you kind of a really close flat back. And then on to 200. On to 800. You can still change your delay time with your delay time knob. And then 300. Listen how long this delay is. Let's start it over. One, two, three. It's about almost a 3 second. Or right at 3 seconds. There you go. That's the pedals. Alright, we're going to be playing this demo on a 1960 Fender Cab. These have Celestion speakers in it. And believe it or not, let me go up here. Check it out. A crate power block. Let me get some light on it for you. Look at that. Now this is a solid state little amp. Now, why am I not playing through a tube amp? I have tube amps. Tube amps are heavy. This little thing is light. All I have to do is carry it to my practice. I can plug it through the PA, and I can use this cab or a smaller cab. And when you get older, guys, your back's going to start hurting. I have a really bad back. I got discs that are messed up in my back. And right there, little tiny head. It does what I need to. True, solid states do not cut through very well. They do not cut through the mix very well. But for just practicing or whatever, this works fine. I'm going to try to get a shot of the back of it here for you for those not knowing too much about the crate power block. Alright, you have a little button here. Out is stereo, in is your mono. Mono 8 ohms. I've wired this cab to set to be 8 ohms. Because most heads are going to have 8 ohms anyways. And 8 ohms is fine. You have a CD input. You have a level right here to give you more volume. Line in, right, left mono, effects loop, and then your power right there. And there's your power switch. And that's about it on this. Oh, you do have a line out too. So very cool for recording and whatnot. But that is the crate power block. Alright, let's get started. Right there. The boss. Good night, boss. Flashback, great pedal. Digital A dd7, great pedal. You can't go wrong. I mean, just whatever you can afford, whatever you can grab up. You know, lots of good reviews on Behringer stuff, and then that stuff is cheap, plasticky stuff. I actually have a Behringer pedal that I really love, and it's the Ultra Shift Harmonist US 600. And this gives you kind of like the Rage Against the Machine type effect, or Black Keys when he's going do 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 do. That's what this will allow. This pedal, when you push it down, it'll drop your notes. I got a review on that too, so check it out. Another good drive pedal that's equivalent to the OCD. OCD I think is a little bit better, but for the price, the Ultimate Drive, you cannot beat it. It sounds pretty dang good. And I've been using it for a while, over a year, on my pedal board, and it's not messed up. Another boss pedal I have is the Compressor, which I don't really like the CS3 sustainer compression. I really like MXR's Dynacomp. That's my favorite pedal. And from Octavia, look at that. Just a cheap Dan Electro for some Octavia. You know, pick them up cheap off eBay. Not bad little pedals. And then the Univibe I've been using a while was the Dan Electro. I modified it. I drilled a hole through here so you can mess with the trim knob, and put some foil around the light housing. It made it sound a little bit better. So if you need a Univibe, you want the Jimi Hendrix tone, get you a Chicken Salad Vibrato Dan Electro. I would really suggest checking out the new MXR Univibe pedals. They are badass for cheap. If you can afford a Bob Sweets Univibe or KR Megavibe, any of those, pick it up. And then I got the old-fashioned trusty for my Black Keys tone, Smashing Pumpkins tone, the old Big Muff right there. Got the little adapter, because it hooks up the strange little adapter like this. Bam, right there. Plug it into my power right there. That's about it right now on pedals. So that was my review. Hope you liked it. Check it out. 1960 Fender Basement Cab and the crate power block. Oh, one more pedal. Got the Fish and Chips 7-band EQ. Not a bad pedal too. Good cheap EQ that you can pick up. And I really like it. Gives you that any EQ pedal will give you much broader spectrum of tone range. I'll leave you with the big muff in your face. Have a great day. Alright, here we have a review of two delay pedals, Flashback 4, made by TC Electronics, and the Boss Digital Delay dd7. Alright, I'll go through some of the options here. Okay, on the dd7, you probably know as you're watching this video, you have reverse, analog, modulate, hold, which gives you a 40-second loop on stereo or on mono mode, and 50 milliseconds, 200, 800, and 3200. All right, so there's that. Now on the Flashback 4, you might be familiar with. You have many options of delay sounds here, and in looper mode, hit record again, and that does your loop. To undo it, hold this down for 3 seconds to start a new loop. And you can keep adding on your loop. If you've recorded a loop, you hit record again, record some more, hit record again, record some more, and do all kinds of crazy stuff. We have an option here for the beats of your delay, a 3 selection switch. 1, 2, and 3. There's that. Here's your loop delay switch right here. Alright, so you might be thinking like, well, which one should I get? Well, there's so many delay pedals you can get. You have the Line 6 version of the Flashback 4, which is the green pedal everybody knows. Great pedal. Just more options, as this is basically kind of like the same thing. The delays just sound a little bit better to me on this pedal. I was never a Boss fan. I've always kind of shunned Boss pedals. And then I picked this delay pedal up at a pawn shop. It was brand new, and I got it for a super deal. And I'm probably going to put this on the board just because it takes up less room, and I don't really use all the effects of delays so much. I just use a little bit of delay to add a little bit more depth to a song. And I mean, they both sound great. One doesn't sound so much more awesome than the other. Just this one's more compact, and you still have a lot of options with it. And I do like the 40-second looper on here in case I'm just jamming at home by myself. And that's what's fun. TC Electronics does make the Ditto Looper, and they have 2 versions of it, which is a really cool pedal, and you can get a long loop time on those pedals. And then you have that red pedal, the jam looper thing. I guess it's a Boss, I can't remember. But it's just really whatever you want or whatever you can afford. You know, most musicians like myself, we don't have a lot of money, so there you go. Just what you can find. I mean, I would not own this pedal if I wouldn't have got it. It's such an exceptional deal. Okay, I'll tell you what I got it for. I got it for $20. This pawn shop did not know what this was, and they just saw it was a small little pedal, and they had 20 bucks on it. So I was like, well, I'm snatching that up. Alright, hope you've enjoyed the video, and you know, leave comments below, whatever you want to do. Help your fellow musicians out, you know, and be honest about your comments. Cheaper delays, if that's all you want to use them. These are not cheap delays. I mean, you can get delay pedals for like 20 bucks. Behringer makes some, and they'll work okay. They may not hold up over time, where the Bosses are pretty tough, and this is pretty tough. Line 6 stuff pretty tough. Every pedal's got an issue sometimes. People say they don't work because you got a lemon. It just depends. Alright.